So yesterday we had discussed about a hybrid framework, and we had seen hybrid framework. What is that? So we had discussed page object model and page factory model. Okay. Now let's come back to. So this is the program. This is the program we had discussed about login page, jobs page, and these are the things we had discussed. Okay. So now I'm going to add. Just observe this one. So I'm going to add this Excel util Apache PY. Okay. So let's copy this package. I'm copying this package and coming back to our project. Under SRP text Java, I'm pasting that Excel util Apache PY. So here there are some programs I had pasted. Okay. So what is these things we are going to discuss in today's class? Excel util Apache PY. Okay. Let's come back to form.xml. Where is this hybrid framework one form.xml? Okay. Right. So in our form.xml, I'm going to add two dependencies, guys. So one is this one. These dependencies are related to Excel operations. We are going to work on Excel files. Okay. So these two dependencies are related to Excel dependencies. So I'm going to add this is one dependency, and another dependency is org Apache PY. Where is that? Org Apache PY. Right. These two dependencies are related to Excel dependencies. Yeah, Common IO and Apache Fever. Okay, let's go to things. I'm saving. So I'm coming back to hybrid framework here. See, all the errors gone, it has been gone out now. Okay, right. So in our test cases, one means it is page factory model, right? Test cases one means we did page factory model. Okay. So now let's go first to page object model. So this is the program. I don't want to disturb this program. Okay, what I am doing is I'm copying and pasting TC01 jobs to. So in this program, I'm going to do the required changes. Okay. So now let's come back to. So what I am doing is, so Excel API test 4. This is the Java class file. Okay. Generally, this Excel util Java class files, this is not related to Selenium, whatever Excel util package I had copied. So this is the Java class files, Excel related operations. There is a Java class files which is already developed by some senior people in the organization. To write these Excel files, Excel related Java files, you must have at least 5 to 7 years of experience. Anyway, they won't give you to develop this Excel util Java classes exercise for you. So the expectation is beyond 4 years experience people, they will ask you to write this Excel util Java class files. Let us assume the file was already developed by some senior folk in your project. So now my job is for this Excel API test for what I am doing is I am going to create an object. Excel. For this class, I am going to create an object. Excel API test for E1 is equal to new Excel API test for. I had created an object. E1 is the object. So for the current class, so let's import this one. So I got imported. Okay. I have created an E1 object I have created. Okay. Now, after that, and I'm going to create one data table object. I'm going to create one data table object here. So in core Java, Okay, there is it called hash map concept is there, map and hash map concept is there. So by using this syntax, I have created an object as data table object. So this is an object, data table object. You can give object name whatever you want. Okay, so I have created an object name as data table. So by using map and hash map, I created this object. And how I am going to use this object, I will tell you. Okay. And the moment I will create object means event dot. So I have to access non-static method, we will write object dot method name. Okay. So now let's go to, so this is the important line. This is the important line. Event dot get data table from this Excel file path and sheet name. I want to fetch all the data. Got the point? I want to fetch all this data from this Excel. So let's go. So even that get data table, get data table is a method in Excel API test code. So I'm calling that one by using object.get method. So here I have to specify my Excel file path. Okay, let me go through this Excel. This is my Excel file path. Okay, so what I'm doing is this Excel file path I'm pasting in my C drive. Okay, let me go to C drive. One second. In C drive, I'm pasting. One second. One second. So I pasted this Excel sheet. So where is that Excel sheet I had pasted? Okay. One second. This is the Excel, right? Okay, let me copy this Excel and paste it in C drive. Why it is not pasting? Copy. So this is the Excel sheet. Okay. And let's take the path of this Excel. So show more properties. This is the path of the location. Okay. So this is the path of the location. So let's give the my Excel sheet file path. So I mentioned my Excel sheet file path and sheet name sheet one. Okay. So let's give add throws declaration. Okay, it's got added throws exception. So even that get data table, I mentioned test data one.xlsx and sheet one. Okay, let's go to the Excel sheet now. Sun desktop. Okay. So here my Excel sheet, it contains test case ID, username, password, skill name, skill description, job title, job description, job note, and nationality text. Okay. So here I want to retrieve data. Okay. So I'm going to print that information. So here my test case is related to jobs, right? Okay. So here I want to print username, password, and job title and job description. What are the parameters here? These three. Okay. Job title and job description. And I want to check for job note. So by using data table object dot tc01 parameter name. So here tc01 means this one. Okay, so my test case is related to tc02. Let's give tc02 here. My test case ID is tc02. Okay, tc02, and my parameter name is job title, job description, and job note. So these are the values I'm going to print it. Okay. So before executing this set of driver commands, what I am doing is I'm keeping all the comments. I'm keeping each and every line in comments. I don't want to execute these lines of code. So just I'm writing slash star slash. So all the code is in green color. So just you have to mention these lines. So that entire code is in comments now. So this entire code, it won't be executed. So what is this line? By I have created an object as even object, and by using this data table object, I am holding all the information of sheet one data. Sheet one contains all this information. This all data, it is loaded into this data table object. Okay, and this data table object again is the test case ID corresponding parameter name values I am printing now. Okay, so let's run this program and we will see whether the data got printed or not. So if it is job one, so if it is job one, what is the test data? Sales one description, and sales one note. So these are the information we are is it printing or not? Let's discuss. So TC01 jobs 2 run as test ng test. One second, please. TC01 jobs 2, right? This one, right? Then where is setup driver commands? How it is working? There is nowhere it mentioned. Okay, let me write run it. Huh? Oh, it's not saved. Okay, I'm saving. So run as test ng test. So it has to connect with the Excel and all the data. See, username admin, password admin123, sales one description, and sales one note. All this data got printed. Got the point? So now all my data I'm fetching from Excel sheet. Got the point? So now let's take all the input values. String username. String username is equal to this one. String password So all my input data, it will be stored in these local variables, correct? So username value contains admin and password value contains admin123, job title, job description, job note, all this information it contains. So now what I am doing is I am going to use these values. Yesterday's program, I have written direct values here. I am replacing username variable and password variable. What's the point? And next one is job title. Job description. Next one is job name. Okay. And let's uncomment these lines. So my test data is fetching data from Excel and that value is passing to my method local variables and executing the values from my Excel. Okay, let's save this. So if my Excel contains some data, here my data, so my program has to run based on my Excel data. Okay, so now I am going to create sales 10 description, sales 10 note. Okay, let me save this program and I'm closing this Excel. Okay, let's run this program. So my program is fetching data from Excel and that input data is passed to my method local variables. So simply you specified in the program Excel file path and sheet name, Excel file path and sheet name. So the entire data it was loaded into data table object. So this data table object we can also call it as a map object, hash map object. Yeah, we have to write all the input data in the Excel and we are fetching the input data from the Excel. So one second, why is the record got created? Yes. Okay, let me sales 10 record. Yeah, so the record got created just now. Okay, so means we are fetching input data from the Excel, and so this concept we can call it as a data driven framework. What we can call data driven framework. So data driven means the data is driving from Excel and that data is passing to method local variables and we are executing the code. Okay, so that's why if you are fetching input data from the Excel, that concept called as data driven framework. Okay, so this Excel util Java class files, which are developed, okay, by using supporting libraries as org, Apache py and common IO. By using the supporting jar files, these Java files was developed. Okay, so to develop these Java files, you must have at least 5 to 7 years and minimum 7 to 10 years experience is required. So in the organization, they will tell you for the project, whatever you have developed, can you develop this project? Can you please automate this case into data-driven framework approach? Means you are not giving your input data in the Java program. You are giving your input data in the Excel sheet. Okay, and from that Excel sheet, you have to specify the Excel file path, sheet name, so that the data it will be fetched, and with the data, the program will be driven. It will be executed. Okay, got the point? So this is known as data-driven framework, and this so in the interviews, how you have to explain about data-driven framework means in our TestNG class. So in our project, we are having Excel util Java class files. So this is Excel util Java class files, which are developed by using org Apache py supporting libraries. And we have created an object for Excel util Java class file. And even.get data table, we specified Excel file path and sheet name. And the entire data, it was loaded into data table object, map object. And by using corresponding test ID and parameter names, we are able to retrieve the values. And we are passing those variables to the method local variables. So methods are executing data from the Excel. So like that, we had followed data-driven framework approach in our project. What is the point? So this is the explanation you have to tell. So whatever steps you performed, those steps you have to explain. And the main point is Excel util Java class files was developed by using org Apache PY and common IO libraries. And after that, we have created object for Excel util Java class file and event.getData table. We specified Excel file path and sheet name, and the entire data it was loaded into data table object. And by specifying the parameter ID and the test case ID and parameter name, we are able to retrieve the input data. And after that, we are passing the method local variables. So methods are executing with appropriate input values from the Excel. Like that, the framework which is supports to data-driven framework. Okay. Now let's come back to another test case. So now we completed TC01 add jobs too, right? So yesterday we done TC01 add skills, right? 1 second, not this one. This one. So this program also we can convert it to that program. Okay. Now let's copy this one and paste it here. So let's copy. Okay, let's go to TC01 jobs 2. Just now, whatever steps we did. So all these steps I'm going to take. Okay, and I have to declare data table object. This is the main step. Okay, let's declare, because you are retrieving input data from the Excel. Let's declare data table object, right? And get data table, add throws declaration, throws exception. And we have to enter skill name and skill description. Okay, as per the Excel, what is the parameter names? What is the parameter names? Okay, sure. So we have to give this parameter name. So let's do skill name, skill description. Skill name, skill description. Got it. So now object name. So I have to change it skill name and skill description. So now I have to pass this information. Yeah, username. Password. So in real time, you will maintain all the input data in the Excel only. So before running your program, you have to modify your input data in the Excel and you have to run the program. So as per your input data, the record will be created. Okay. So now everything was done. What is my test case ID here? TC01. Okay, let's correct that one. Okay, TC01. It's important. Against that parameter names, it will be fetched. Okay, done. Okay, let's run this program TC01 skills 2. So what is the skills record? It will be created. Java 1 and Java 1 description record will be created. Okay, so or we can give some other thing, Java 10. So after entering these values, let's save the Excel. Otherwise, old values it will go. Okay, so now let's run this program. Run as test engine test. See, all the values got printed in console, and with that input data only your program is executing. That means you are fetching input data from the Excel and you are passing the input values to required test methods. So record got created like that. Okay. So that's it for today's class. And tomorrow's class, what I'm going to tell you is, so you can do exercises of your own exercise. Okay, I'm going to share this project. 1 second. Hybrid 2.
Already కొన్ని data ఇచ్చింటారు కదా. Suppose I have given 5 jobs, Java 1, Java 2, Java 3, Java 4. So next 5th నుంచి కావాలి నాకు data.
ఒక్క నిమిషం హైబ్రిడ్ 1 లేదా ఏదైనా అగైనెస్ట్ ద టెస్ట్ కేస్ ఐడి యూ హ్యావ్ టు టేక్ ఇట్. అర్థం కదా మళ్ళీ అడగండి.
ఇప్పుడు ఎక్సెల్ షీట్ లో ఆల్రెడీ
5 రికార్డ్ ప్రతి టెస్ట్ కేస్ ఐడి ఉంది కదా.
సో ఆల్రెడీ 5 డేటా ఉంది. సో నేను అదే ఎక్సెల్ షీట్ లో ఇంకో 5 యాడ్ చేశాను. ఆ నెక్స్ట్ 5 కొత్తగా ఏదైతే యాడ్ చేసి అవే రన్ అవ్వాలి. అది అవుతుంది.
అది రన్ అవ్వాలంటే ఆ విధంగా ఎక్సెల్ షీట్ డెవలప్ చేసి ఉండాలి వాళ్ళు. అర్థమైందా? సో నెక్స్ట్ 5 రికార్డ్స్ క్రియేట్ అవ్వాలి.
ఓల్డ్ డేటా కూడా ఉంటుంది, న్యూ డేటా కూడా ఉంటుంది. నాకు న్యూ డేటా రన్ అవ్వాలి. న్యూ
డేటానే రన్ అవ్వాలి. అప్పుడు ఎక్సెల్ జావా క్లాస్ ఫైల్ ఉంది కదా టెంప్లెట్, ఆ విధంగా వాళ్ళు డెవలప్ చేయాలి. నువ్వు ఎలా అడుగుతున్నావో ఆ ఎక్సెల్ యూటిల్ క్లాస్ ఫైల్ 7 years 10 years అన్నాను, అవి వాళ్ళు డెవలప్ చేస్తుంటే మీరు చేయగలుగుతారు. ఎందుకంటే మీరు ఎక్సెల్ రిలేటెడ్ ఆపరేషన్స్ మాట్లాడుతున్నారు కదా, అందుకని అన్నమాట. ఎక్సెల్ రిలేటెడ్ ఆపరేషన్స్ మాట్లాడినప్పుడు ఆ ఫైల్స్ లో మోడిఫికేషన్స్ చేస్తే అవన్నీ ఆ విధంగా జరుగుతాయి. UPID ఆర్టిఫాక్ట్ ఐడి నేమ్ ఎక్కడ ఉంది?
అంతే కింద సార్. ఒకవేళ దీంట్లోనే అలా చేయాలంటే టెస్ట్ కేస్ ఐడి ఇచ్చేసి చేయొచ్చా సార్?
లేదు, కోడింగ్ లో మార్చాలి. జావా క్లాస్ ఫైల్ మార్చాలి. ఎక్సెల్ API టెస్ట్ 4 అన్నానే, దాంట్లో కోడింగ్ చేంజెస్ జరగాలి. మీరు ఎలా కావాలనుకుంటున్నారో అలా చేంజెస్ రావాలంటే ఎక్సెల్ నుండి, సో యూ హ్యావ్ టు మాడిఫై యువర్ బేస్ ఎక్సెల్ యూటిల్ క్లాస్ ఫైల్, దెన్ ఇట్ విల్ వర్క్స్.
సార్ ఇప్పుడు మాన్యువల్ టెస్టర్స్ మనకు వాళ్ళ ఈ టెస్ట్ కేసెస్ చేయండి అని వాళ్ళ ఎక్సెల్ షీట్ ఇస్తారు కదా సార్, దాంట్లో నుండి కూడా డేటా తీసుకోవచ్చా? దాంట్లో డేటా కాలం ఉంటుంది కదా, టెస్ట్ డేటా.
మన పని ముందు డేటా ఎక్కడ నుండి తీసుకోవచ్చు. మనం ఏ రికార్డ్ క్రియేట్ చేయాలనుకుంటున్నాం ఆ డేటా ఎక్కడ నుండి తీసుకోవచ్చు. వాళ్ళు ఇచ్చిందే తీసుకోవాలని లేదు. అప్లికేషన్లోకి వెళ్ళి మీరు ఒక డేటా తీసుకొని అది మీ ఓన్ డేటా, టెస్ట్ డేటా అనేది ఎంటర్ చేయడం మీ చాయిస్. సో హైబ్రిడ్ 2 అనే ప్రాజెక్ట్ ఫోల్డర్ ఎక్స్పాండ్ చేస్తున్నాను, ఇందులో డ్రాగ్ చేస్తున్నాను. సో టుమారోస్ టాస్క్ ఇస్ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్. ఓకే, సో ఇప్పటిదాకా మనం డిస్కస్ చేయని ఇంపార్టెంట్ పాయింట్ ఏంటంటే, so a Word document will be created on your system tomorrow's class. All the entire snapshots, it will be captured in that Word document. As part of hybrid framework, we are going to see that part by tomorrow's class. Important. Okay, so today in our project, what are the packages we added? Excel util. In tomorrow's class, I am going to add a class file package called reporting util. So I will import that reporting util and I will create the object for reporting util class file. And what are the methods I am calling to generate the snapshots in the Word document, we can discuss in tomorrow's class. Okay, so this is the second step. So the first step, yesterday project you executed with direct input values in the program. And the second step is you are giving input data in the Excel and you are fetching. And tomorrow's is whatever data records it has been created, the test evidence we have to generate. So the Word document, it will capture all the relevant snapshots. Wherever you want to take the snapshot part, so you will write one line. So the related screenshots, it will be captured in the Word document. Okay, so that part we are going to see. So to continue that part, so you have to complete this exercise. So tomorrow we can complete that reporting part. Okay, and the day after tomorrow, I will explain how you have to tell hybrid framework in the interviews. Okay, so if you want, 5th day I will give you complete overview how to develop the project from beginning again. Okay, so by default you no need to develop Excel util class files and you no need to develop reporting util class files. If you join any of the projects, these util class files which is already there in your projects. Okay, so just you have to know which class files, what objects you have to create. Here I have given Excel API test for. They might give some other name, so you have to know what is that Java class file name. That's it. Okay guys, that's it for today's class, and tomorrow we can continue reporting part. అది ఇప్పుడు చెప్తున్నాను. ఇప్పుడు ఏంటంటే జస్ట్ డేటా టేబుల్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ లోకి వస్తున్నాను. అది అగైన్ ఇట్ విల్ టేక్ కలెక్షన్స్, ఇట్ విల్ టేక్ 3 days క్లాసెస్. సో అది కోర్ జావా వచ్చినప్పుడు చెప్తాను. సో హౌ దట్ వాల్యూస్ ఆర్ దట్ ఫంక్షనింగ్ ఇంటర్నల్లీ ఇట్ ఈస్ వర్కింగ్ అనేది కోర్ జావాలో చెప్తాను.